Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Panoramic Studios YT video. Today is going to be another rant. This time it's going to be on those bullshit ass games for your mobile device. One in particular is Clash of Clans. I would do other games, but Clash of Clans is loved by millions and it's usually displayed on TV. But the thing is, in some of their commercials it does not tell you it is not gameplay footage. And it gets on not just my nerves, but a hell of a lot of other people's nerves as well. Because the simple fact is that they do not disclose that it isn't gameplay footage. See, the way they do the commercials, someone can actually make a good game from that perspective of those 3D models themselves. I'm getting all technical here, so I don't need to worry about this part too much. You don't need to understand it because I'm a games designer after all. I know all the backstory and all that shit to a game. So I understand that not a lot of detail could be put onto the mobile device game, but a lot more detail should have gone into it than what's actually on the game itself. Clash of Clans looks like a decent game, and not a game for me though, because I'm not into those type of games. But I really want to go on a rant about how the hell they look so different between the commercial and the actual game itself. Before I progress any further into this video, I want to say a shout out to ArcadeAlot. He has provided me with some footage that I found on his YouTube channel. We spoke in Twitter DMs and he said if I give him some correct shout out and that, I could use his video. I said to him I'm not going to use a lot of his video because I'm not. I'm only going to use like 30 seconds to a minute's worth. So the video link will be down in the description so you can check out the whole video for yourself, and his channel link will be down there too. Go subscribe to him. Awesome guy. Let's carry on. So the first thing I want to throw out there will be the Clash of Clans TV advert. And with this TV advert you can see a lot of detail in this animation itself, but there could actually be some stuff done with this animation. Rather than just having it as an animation, these 3D models could be put to good use for a game as well. They could actually make a mini game of those 3D models and use it in Clash of Clans itself, but they decided to make it 2D based with no 3D models at all. So here you go, just have a quick look at this trailer and you tell me if it would have been better with the actual 3D models they've got in the trailer, or if you'd have preferred it the way it actually is in the game itself.
We're gonna need more barbarians.
Did someone say Hog Rider?
Yeah!
No, barbarians.
Hog Rider?
Barbarians.
Oh, I thought you said Hog Rider.
You and this army. Clash of Clans.
Now come on, that advert just looked amazing. That advert actually looked really good. As an animation, that was pretty fucking sick. And it's even got some funny parts in it, like the Hog Rider. That was actually pretty funny, I won't even lie about that. But the only problem is that throughout that whole thing they didn't say that it wasn't actually gameplay footage. I know sometimes you can just tell that it's not gameplay footage, but they need to clear it up in the first place, because some people automatically think, oh, it's a 3D game. But at the very end of it, it did show you a tablet and it did show you the actual game on it, and it looked a bit like this. Now I'm not trying to be funny right here, but this compared to the TV advert, this literally has fuck all on the cinematic. The animation was absolutely perfect compared to this. That animation would wipe the floor with this actual game any day. Using anything 3D model wise from the animation for this game instead of this 2D bird's eye view version would be absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong, this is a good way of having a game. It is a good game in general by looks of it, especially if you know what you're doing. But to compare that advert to this game, it's just wrong. Why would you have such a good advert for this type of game? And it's not just Clash of Clans. This goes out to every single game, like even Mobile Strike, that I've seen a lot of recently. A lot of them are the same. They have some really good 3D animated short films or adverts to show for a really shitty 2D game. If you're going to showcase the 2D game, you should showcase something about that game in the 2D perspective that it is in. There's quite a few games that actually do that as well, but I'm talking about the ones that have some great animations for something like this. By the way, ArcadeAlot, you look like you're done yourself a pretty good job on this. Keep up the good work, man. But just having the comparison between the two is just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely atrocious. It's full on shit. What's the point? My argument is if you're gonna have a game that's a 2D perspective, even from bird's eye like this, you should actually make the trailer something similar to what the game actually is like. You might show like a second or two at the end of it, but what the hell is the point? Now here's an example of what I'm trying to say. If I was going to bring out the Hunger Games and I was going to bring out a game, if I used something from the film itself to represent something of the game, and it was nothing like the film itself, then it'll have a very bad dislike rating and stuff. So why isn't the same sort of shit gone to Clash of Clans? They've got some really good epic animation, but use none of that at all in their game. To me, it's absolute madness. It's bonkers and it's all that crap. I'm just surprised they actually get away with it. Not as in a bad way, but as in it's not that sort of game. It's not 3D. We haven't told you that, but you'll find out at the end when you actually look on the tablet and you've got a little display of a 2D game, and that's what the actual game is like. Well, that's a rant over, guys. I just find it ridiculous. They've got much more potential now because better phones, better iPhones, better Samsung, better Windows phones, and yet they're still bringing out this sort of shit. They've got so much more potential. Thank you for tuning in, guys. It's been Fat Dog, and peace out.